importance of internal communication in a business organization cannot be overemphasized. Effective internal communication not only enhances employee engagement, but also keeps them better informed so they can be empowered to be more efficient and productive. In SIFAX Group, internal communication is taken seriously because our employees remain an important stakeholder group that needs to be provided with the right and up-to-date information for them to maximize their potential and deliver on their jobs. Some of the various channels that the company has been deploying to effectively engage our employees include emails, intranet, WhatsApp chats, meetings, desktop screensaver, town hall, notice board, and a newsletter. Our newsletter, SIFAX Group News Updates, has become a key internal communication tool for us over the years. The journey began in 2015.
When I got in around 2015, and we did the communication audit of the company, one thing that was very clear then was that there wasn't any internal communication material that informed people about happenings in the system. So we now decided that it would be a good idea to have like a staff bulletin. And at that time, the department had not been properly constituted. It was just myself and another staff then. So I came up with the idea, and I think just about 6 months into my appointment here, we started. And what we did basically then was to collate the few happenings in the group across different subsidiaries, and at that time I was the writer. I was also the graphic designer then. Though what we did basically then was just less than 10 pages, just about 10 pages. We started then as a bi-monthly, but later we transitioned to a monthly bulletin. The whole idea was to just inform staff about happenings across subsidiaries. So we source news materials from all the subsidiaries, and we collated it into a magazine and an e-magazine that we share with all the staff once in a month. Though that has become bigger now, to the extent that now that we're having the 100th edition, at times in a month now we do as many as 70, 80 pages, and a lot of other interesting columns have been introduced. The importance of a staff magazine cannot be overemphasized, particularly for a group like ours. We're talking about a group that has over 10 subsidiaries with a staff strength that is well above 4,000. And these subsidiaries are in many locations. We have presence in Nigeria. Even in Nigeria alone, we're in many locations in Nigeria. We have operations in Ghana, Gambia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and even United States. We have staff all across these locations. And for a company of this nature, there's always a challenge of communication internally. So the staff bulletin serves as an avenue to keep staff abreast of development across the group. So that was why we thought then that there must be a journal, a bulletin where staff can be abreast of information of development of happenings across all these locations where we are present.
From a small beginning, the staff bulletin that is set to publish its 100th edition has now transformed into an all-color monthly e-magazine with rich content and aesthetically appealing packaging. These stories are sourced from our subsidiaries across the world. The consistency and impact of the bulletin have not gone unnoticed by staff and management.
I would say it's quite educative, it's informative and enlightening. I think it's a very noble initiative. I think it's quite good. I like colors. I think it's very colorful, and as such it will attract people to want to see the content.
The segment I find most interesting for now is the pictorial representation of the events. It just used to capture the event that has occurred group-wide.
The SIFAX Group news update is one bulletin that we actually look forward to seeing in SACO. And that's because we also have our own online magazine as well, and we call it the Grand Panda. So it's something that we look forward to. All the segments are actually very nice. I find it an interesting read, it's an easy read, and then it also helps to know what is going on in all the subsidiaries, and that bulletin has been doing a very good job doing that.
In all honesty, I'm a voracious reader, of the monthly bulletins, and I could see a lot of creativity. Over time, there has been consistency. At least there has not been any month where there was no production. Very good, and you see dynamism in the way the news are being reported, and a lot of good work. Kudos to the team.
It's looking more and more like an international magazine. For me, the experience has been quite enlightening in the sense that I've seen it grow. Okay, so I joined in 2019. That's about 4 or 5 years ago now. And when I saw the first edition that year, that was in March, I gave a feedback. And the next time it came out, I saw that they had implemented my feedback and they have improved the magazine.
So I'd like to say big congratulations to SIFAX Group. This is the 100th edition of our bulletin, and it has been an interesting source of information for us, very informative. For the employees, it's a great way of getting updates and everything that has to do with the company, and also competing brands of our company.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think the corporate affairs has been doing a good job. It is not possible that we cover everything, but over the years there has been a lot of improvements.
The rich nature of the bulletin can be seen in its various columns, such as health tips, money management, did you know, movie mania, sneak peeks, travel logs, etiquettes, and book reviews, among others, to inform, educate, and entertain the employees for better productivity.
So there's certain aspects of it that I particularly look forward to. The movie tips, at least rather than go through a list of movies from somewhere, it just sort of gives you an idea as to what movies to watch.
I don't miss out on the news item as well. Most importantly, the health segment has been fantastic, and the focus on the staff, gives me the opportunity to know most of our staff. The ones you focus, most of them are obscure to them, they are far away, but you get to know them at closer distance.
A few years ago, in a bid to improve the content, the editorial team, made up of personnel from the corporate communications department, introduced some human angle stories to soften things up. This segment focuses on soft stories about our staff, and many inspiring stories have been published in this regard.
We're always on the lookout for new ideas because we believe that we should not be static in terms of what we give to our audience every month. So on a regular basis, we do editorial review of our content and look for new things that we can introduce. And even in the conventional newspaper publishing, human angle stories are very powerful and very inspiring. In the last few years, we have been featuring human angle stories, and they have been very, very wonderful. A particular one that will come to mind is that of Rita. She started as an office assistant, like a cleaner. And while she had that cleaning job in the company, she applied and got admission to Gosset University, and she eventually graduated. And when we heard that story, we decided to feature the story because that was a very inspiring story. And when the story was published, it got the attention of our management team, and that prompted them to review our case. And as I speak to you today, she's no longer a cleaner. She has been appointed to an officer role in the system.
I was working as an office assistant.
Yeah.
Then back I was still in LASU, 200 level then. Well, the news update has really helped me because I remember far back when I finished from LASU. So not until when you called me 2 years back, when you called me for an interview, I came. That was how I got upgraded.
The editorial team takes feedback seriously and is open to new ideas on how to improve our offering to the staff.
Well, for me, it will be maybe to add reward management section where we can have maybe employee of the month named with picture. Just something for employees to look forward to, that okay, who is it going to be this month? I think that would be a good initiative.
I want us to be able to talk to people about parenting, talk to them about law, you know, again, like people interest stories, things that they can improve on.
I want us to use the opportunity to showcase our other businesses, you know, like I know we are low on coverage of SS Travels, that's SIFAX Group Travels, which needs a lot of publicity and even understanding among the staff, because the essence of the magazine is also to inform the staff to know more about their company.
You know, there should be a feedback, or probably I want to see something like stories. Probably when you take up a story, when you write about a thing, and there is a portion where you know, the staff members can click on, probably to give a feedback on what you have written.
And also go deeper into our core business, maybe like the, you know, container business, terminal management, you know, a segment on learn few things, let people learn, you know. Some people they are back end, some people they are front end. So let the back end people also have good knowledge of, you know, let them learn some things, you know, on mobile about crane, you know, when you say RTG, someone say what is RTG? So people in finance may not know what RTG. People, you know, if your work is not a field work, so let's see how we can also, you know, use it as an avenue, apart from news, avenue for education.
Even with the milestone of 100th edition, we will not rest on our oars so that we can enrich the content of the bulletin every time.